Welcome back to the official channel of Amit Ranjan, where we delve into fascinating topics. Today, we are going to explore the factors that influence the Indian monsoon, a weather phenomenon that shapes the lives of millions. So, let's dive right in. The Indian monsoon is a time of magic. Suddenly, a sunny day turns dark as night. A wind whips into a frenzy and hitherto dignified-looking trees arch in a twisting, ecstatic dance. Then, with regal rumbling, the heavens open and you are soaked in the benediction of the skies. These rains are born from Africa and the Indian Ocean, their journey proving nature abhors an imbalance. The searing summer heat of the Indian landmass causes winds to push oceanic clouds from the seas into the subcontinent. Between June to September, these moisture-laden clouds bestow India, UNESCO estimates, with over 75% of its total annual rainfall. This is vital for 1.8 billion people living in the subcontinent. In India, the monsoon boosts key rivers and economic sectors. The World Bank estimates over 60% of Indian agriculture is rain-fed, bolstering water, food, industrial and energy security. Even politicians, usually intricately conscious of rank and file, modestly acknowledge the monsoon to be India's true finance minister. Yet, this phenomenon reflects more than everyday economics, for this is the result of nature's computing, adding Earth's orbit around the sun to jet streams, belts of tropospheric warmth, heat sinks in oceans and cumulonimbus clouds in the skies. Together, these create a friendly siege. The monsoon's airstream mounts the western Ghats, recedes, then climbs again, each time pushing thicker clouds upwards. These finally cascade triumphantly into the plains, rain being the joy of this parade. Dr. Indrani Roy is a climate scientist at University College London, UCL. Now let's see her research about factors affecting Indian monsoon. She is mainly doing research on solar variability, atmosphere-ocean coupling, climate change, the monsoon and teleconnection. The Indian summer monsoon, ISM, is heavily influenced by the El Niño Southern Oscillation, ENSO, phenomenon, generated by complex interactions between the atmosphere and oceans. One of Earth's most important modes of tropospheric variability, this influences the world through atmospheric teleconnection. ENSO is the periodic variation of sea surface temperatures, SST, in east to central tropical Pacific, which happens every 2 to 3 years. When the SST warms, we have a warm event ENSO phase. When it cools, it generates a cold event phase. The former is called El Niño and the latter La Niña. The monsoon from June to September is significantly impacted by the prevalent ENSO phase. Warm ENSO phases generally yield less rain, while cold ENSO phases bring more. Drought years in India often align with El Niños, while floods match La Niñas. The east-west Walker circulation of airflow, originating in the tropical Pacific, also plays a role in this teleconnection. Interestingly, in 1999, a new mode in the Indian Ocean, termed the Indian Ocean Dipole, IOD, was discovered. This also has a strong influence on the Indian summer monsoon. The IOD index is measured by differences in sea surface temperature anomaly between the western equatorial and southeastern equatorial portions of the Indian Ocean. During a positive IOD phase, India receives more rain. A negative IOD phase usually offers less. Both ENSO and IOD exert an offsetting impact on India's summer monsoon. While El Niño tends to lower this, a positive IOD increases rainfall. This year, ENSO is in a positive phase, so less rain was anticipated. However, the IOD is positive too. If that doesn't change, normal rain can be expected. There are different types of ENSOs, based on spatial patterns of sea surface temperature, SST, around the tropical Pacific. One is dominated by variability around the East Pacific and termed canonical ENSO or ape type. Another is dominated by variability around the Central Pacific, CP, called Modoki or CP type. A third is a combination, termed canonical Modoki, all with different global and local influences. The Indian summer monsoon, ISM, ENSO teleconnection is strongly captured in central northeast, CNE, India. The ISM represents a large-scale source of heat around the CNE region and the Intertropical Convergence Zone, ITCZ. This separates the northern hemisphere from the southern hemisphere, passes through here. This is also the meeting point of the east-west Walker and north-south Hadley air circulation. a joint initiative among various groups working on global circulation models, coordinated experiments comprising the fifth phase of Coupled Model Inter-Comparison Project, CMIP5. I analyzed the CMIP5 model output, which captured the ISM-ENSO teleconnection. 80% of the models agree on the strength of the regional teleconnection around the CNE, suggesting the robustness of the ENSO teleconnection there. This is also present in models for future scenarios. Improved predictions can empower millions who rely on monsoon rains. Other factors can also shape the monsoon. In the last 2 decades of the 20th century, the ISM-ENSO teleconnection was disrupted. In her research, she found 2 powerful volcanic eruptions had taken place. The first was El Chichon in 1982, followed by Pinatubo in 1991. These occurred in phases of strong solar cycles and a domination of the Moduki ENSO. Researchers discussed a mechanism which could be triggered by explosive volcanoes via a preferential alignment of the North Atlantic Oscillation, NAV, or fluctuations of atmospheric pressure over this ocean. Strong volcanoes are often aligned with a positive NAV phase. Other features were also very distinct, including increases in Central Pacific warming, cooling in the North Atlantic and warming in the Eurasian sector. Both the NAV and Eurasian sector impact the NS-Hadley circulation. Thus, the strong teleconnection of the ISM and ENSO via the E.W. Walker circulation was partly overtaken through a powerful NS regional Hadley circulation. Both the disruption and the subsequent recovery only emphasize the importance of the natural drivers of the Indian summer monsoon. Now, let us see how the monsoon responds to rising carbon dioxide, Colorado 2, concentrations. The modern monsoon in India has decreased in strength over the past many decades. This is largely attributed to aerosol forcing. But over the much longer term, like a 100-year timescale, that factor is going to be in competition with CO2 forcing because the latter is a global-scale phenomenon. It causes a large-scale global increase in atmospheric temperature, which drives more evaporation from ocean waters. Hence, the winds falling from the oceans onto the continent during the summer monsoon will be carrying more moisture. So, there will be a competition between the monsoon weakening aerosol forcing over India and this longer-term increase in global temperatures associated with CO2, which will increase monsoon precipitation. At this point in time, most models predict the CO2 increase factor will win out. The Indian monsoon will become stronger in terms of rainfall. So, there you have it, significant factors that influence the Indian monsoon. It's fascinating how nature's intricate mechanisms come together to create this annual phenomenon, shaping the lives of millions across the subcontinent. We hope you found this exploration of the factors affecting the Indian monsoon enlightening. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired.